Hi, people. This is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. And buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium because, why not? Doesn't seem like a bad thing to do. So do it. Also, you can get certain stocks that'll probably pump if you've been keeping up with things, life. And crypto is obviously taking off right now. If you follow my buddy, the Ninja, he'll keep you up to date on which ones are you can make some serious cash on real quick. But this is about the craziness of people talking crap, trying to agitate you to get you all upset and going down roads of rabbit holes that lead to nowhere. What I mean by that is I've been hearing the past couple of days, oh, India and Pakistan are going to war and they're both nuclear powers. And I know because I'm on top of this story. And I know people are like, oh no, nuclear powers, because that's all you hear. Nuclear, your brain hears nuclear powers going to war. No, there was never going to be a war. There are nuclear powers, but there was never going to be a war between India and Pakistan. I did a report about a month ago where in Kashmir, India, some Pakistani rebels jumped up and started shooting like 34 tourists, murdered them all. Now, for everyone who thinks India and Pakistan are going to go to war because they're both nuclear powers, you have to believe that Pakistan felt righteous about the murder of those tourists and them going to kill everyone to show their righteousness of murdering tourists. That's not what happened. The Pakistani government came out that same day and said this is an atrocity that needs to be stopped. Now, if you look at Pakistan, they have internal division inside their country. There's a part of their country trying to break away who doesn't agree with the other part of the country. That part of the country has some radicals in it that murdered 34 tourists, or they're about 32, 33, something like that, in Kashmir. India is responding since Pakistan refused to take these people into custody. India said, well, the world's looking at us because you murdered them in a terrorist manner on our soil, so we will retaliate. Pakistan's sitting there saying, no, we are evil, mean, malicious. We're going to allow you not to retaliate, and we are going to go to war to defend our right to murder people all kinds of willy-nilly. And now you have people online saying, oh, India and Pakistan are going to war. The exact opposite's happening. Pakistan can't handle a war with India because Pakistan's weapons don't work. Your belief, your feelings, your internal heart and love of everything that you hear tells you, oh, Pakistan's got an army. Yeah, they do. But what you got to understand is that army buys their weapons from America. Yes, they are part of the One Belt Road Initiative. Congratulations from them. That means they're the first ones to get screwed by China when China wants money and tells them to buy their weapons. That Pakistan has to buy because they're forced to. So they buy them, then they take them and they try and use them. And they're like, fuck, 1/3 of these Chinese weapons are defective. So they throw them away and they buy American weapons. Their security is American weapons, not Chinese weapons. They throw the Chinese weapons away. Yes, they're allies. They're One Belt Road Initiative. They're backers, the people they have sex with at night, in the mornings, and every time else because they just love China. No, they don't. They signed a contract and they got screwed and they have to stick with that contract. They're not lovers of China. So if there's going to be a proxy war between China and India, Pakistan's the worst one to use because America controls Pakistan, even though they are the first nation on the One Belt Road Initiative signed on with China. Because everything that China gives them, they throw away because it's trash. And they buy American crap. So yeah, America and India are real good friends. Pakistan buys all its weapons to protect itself from America. Wonder how stupid someone has to be to think that India and Pakistan are going to go to war. You just totally have to be an idiot or an agitator. Now we're getting to the problem. There are people out there, keyboard warriors, that want to get you all kinds of upset and tell you things that are lies just so they can say, I told you so, if it's right. I guess. I don't know. They obviously do no research. They don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they're just running their mouths. And it pissed me off enough to make a video about it. So you gotta do a little research and understand what the hell you're talking about before you go out and say, "Oh, the sky is falling, the sky is falling," because you look like an idiot. You make your mommy and daddy look like idiots. They raised an idiot child if someone goes out and says that. Do a little bit of research, just a small amount of research before you open your mouth and say, "Ooh, India's going to attack Pakistan. Pakistan and India are nuclear powers. There's going to be a nuclear war." There never was going to be a nuclear war, because before India responded, they got in touch with Pakistan and told them what they were going to do. The only reason Pakistan fired 300 missiles back at India is for show, because not one of those missiles made it through. And that convinced Pakistan that even though they're the big, powerful nuclear power, they don't stand a chance in hell if they fight India. And they knew that beforehand. It's all show. Blow and show. It's like the Democratic Party went over to fucking Pakistan and is making news stories right now. That seems to be what's happening, because there's no way that Pakistan was ever going to attack India. They actually like each other. The section of Pakistan that doesn't like India, what's up, Samantha? I'm sorry, Samarth. Shamar. My bad. That's a difficult name. I apologize if I butchered it. But the Pakistan part that wants to attack India is that small section, the radical section that attacked and killed murdered those 34 tourists in the Kashmir area about a month ago. India is just responding. That's interesting, because all the reports I see say the exact opposite. They say, and let me go here, peace, what was it? I just saw that one. Hold on, I'm looking it up here. India and Pakistan agree to a ceasefire. Pakistan updates. Explosions in Kashmir after ceasefire agreed. Okay. Explosions in Kashmir. Is that what you're talking about? From Al Jazeera's? Because what that is that terrorist or that radical group that killed and murdered those 34 tourists in Kashmir. They're actually not agreeing with the peace. Imagine that. That's like going to Iran and saying, "You're going to give us peace," and all the people say, "Yeah, we're gonna take peace. Peace is a good thing. We'll do peace." And then all of a sudden, there's no peace because the government says no peace. So, yeah, I agree. You are right. They are. Thuran, what's up? Well, get back to work, man. Don't threaten your job. Get out of here and get to work, Thuran. Keep your job. I'm looking for one myself. But basically what I'm seeing here is it says India truce appears to hold despite accusations of violence. India-Pakistan agreed to full and immediate ceasefire. That's 1 day ago. 1 day ago. Pakistan updates. India-Pakistan updates. Explosion in Kashmir after the ceasefire. Pakistan PM thanks Trump for peace leadership. U.S. take credit for India. These are the headlines I'm reading. India ceasefire in Kashmir. It isn't long-term peace. That's DW News. Pakistan-India conflict intensifies into most expensive in decades. 1 day ago. Pakistan begged for peace. Oh, here we go. I will go ahead and show this here. I can get it up to date and share screen. Hold on a second here. Present, share screen.
खिलाफ लड़ाई में एक नई लकीर खींच दी है, एक नया पैमाना, न्यू नॉर्मल तय कर दिया है। पहला, भारत पर आतंकी हमला हुआ तो मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया जाएगा। हम अपने तरीके से, अपनी शर्तों पर जवाब देकर रहेंगे। हर उस जगह जाकर कठोर।
Here it says India's missiles struck terrorist hubs in Pakistan. Terrorist hubs in Pakistan. They did not attack Pakistan. They're doing exactly what I just said. And the people that are coming back and we don't even have to listen to this anymore. because I know for a fact what's happening. What's happening is the terrorist group that got attacked the tourist in Kashmir after India struck the terrorist organization's headquarters and affiliated areas. That terrorist organization went back into Kashmir, where they've always been doing terror, and attacked. That's not the Pakistani army. That's not the Pakistani government. That's not the Pakistani people. They are Pakistani people. They are in Pakistan, and they do say they are Pakistanis, but they are a terrorist group that kills, murders innocent people. That's not the Pakistani government or the Pakistani people. You got to separate the two. That's like saying the Ku Klux Klan is in the White House. That's a bunch of bullshit. You got to separate the two. The Ku Klux Klan is at Nancy Pelosi's house because the KKK got started by the Democrats, not the Republicans. So you got to separate things. Yes, they are still fighting. No, they are not fighting. Who they are is the terrorist organization that is fighting back because they got destroyed. And the people that are funding them are saying, oh, we can agitate something. Here's some more money and some more missiles. Go kill yourselves. And that's what we're going through right now. India did a pretty good job of wiping most of them out. And within the next day or two, what's up, Ben? In the next day or two, they're probably going to wipe the rest of them out. The Pakistani government is not backing the terrorist murderer group that India is attacking in Pakistan. Now that Pakistani terrorist group has moved into India, Kashmir, and attacked back. That's not the Pakistani government. Separate the two. It's a terrorist regime. No, the Pakistani government is not attacking India. I'm sorry, Samarth. They're not. It's the Pakistani terrorist group that got attacked after they murdered 34 tourists in Kashmir. They got retaliated on a couple of days ago by India with a lot of missiles. They used their missiles fired back ineffectively. Now they're moving into Kashmir to try and kill more people. That is not the Pakistani government. That is the terrorist organization that India went after for the murder in Pakistan. Pakistani terrorist organization. That's what's happening. It's people who are saying, no, it's the Pakistani government's doing it. No, they are not. Pakistan cannot stand a war with India. They would last 3 days and Pakistan would be consumed by India. That's how much more powerful and technologically advanced India is over Pakistan. Pakistan wants nothing to do with India in a war. That is why they are not at war right now. It is the terrorist organization in Kashmir that is Pakistani terrorist organization that's attacking. That's like saying ISIS is Iraq. No, ISIS is a terrorist organization in lots of countries. They don't represent a country. What you're saying, Samarth, is that Pakistani terrorist organization represents the Pakistani government, and they clearly do not. That's just it. They don't. And not only that, India's already made lots of made a tunnel. I did a video on it where they already bored a tunnel through the Himalayas to where they can get troops to that area to fight China a lot faster, and they don't have to worry about avalanches, snowed in, or chance of the roads being taken out to stop their troops from flowing into that area. So they are more prepared than ever to put all of their full forces in that area, and they have the logistics to do so. And Pakistan ain't got the manpower or the nukes to stop them. So Pakistan's not attacking India. It's the terrorist organization that's attacking India. It happens to be that terrorist organization are Pakistanis, just like ISIS has Iraqis in it, but ISIS is not Iraq. The Pakistani terrorist group is not the Pakistani people or the Pakistani government. They are telling the news people they are, and you guys are believing it. They are not. Zardos, what's up? Anyhow, that's what's going on, and I'm getting real tired of people spreading FUD, because in times like where possible wars could be starting, FUD is the worst thing to be spreading, because then you're upsetting people's lives intentionally, which makes you an evil person. You have to get the facts out to be a good person, and not act on a raindrop falling on your head thinking the sky is falling. No, that's rain. Happens all the time. No, that's a terrorist group. In our lifetimes, terrorist groups have killed a lot of people, and America's gone to war with terrorist groups. India is too. No big deal. They're not going to war with Pakistan. Pakistan They're friends of America, believe it or not, because they buy all their weapons from us. So if they want to go to war with India, they're going to have to get their weapons from us, America. Yes, they are part of the Belt and Road Initiative, but they've already stated, and I did a video on it where I gave evidence of the Pakistanis throwing away the Chinese weapons because 1/3 of them are defective. And trust me, when you go to war, you don't want to get there and go this and go, damn, it's defective. Boom, you get dead. 1/3 of your company's already dead because their weapons were effective because you trusted the Chinese, your partners. Yeah, Pakistan's not on board with China with that. They continuously are buying weapons from America because our weapons are better than the Chinese weapons. So why would Pakistan buy weapons from America to fight India, who is one of our greatest allies over there? Why would America allow that? So if Pakistan does go to war with India, America is going to cut off the supply of weapons. So therefore, Pakistan will not be able to go to war because they'll have to use Chinese weapons. And well, Chinese weapons, 1/3 of them are defective, according to the Pakistani army that throws those Chinese weapons away. I've done a video. The video gave evidence of the Pakistani people telling the same in my videos and look at it. Yes, Chad, they both have nukes. Pakistan has like 1,000 and India has 100 trillion. That's like a 12th grader kicking a fucking kindergartner in the teeth and a kindergartner threatening to do something about it. Yeah, he's going to pick himself up off the floor, grab his teeth, and go to the dentist. That's what's going to happen. They're not fighting. They're not fighting. About 6, 7, 8 months ago, where India launched its first ICBM, multiple warhead nuclear device. It was not nuclear armed, and they fired it right on the border of China to let China know that they need to back off PL-17 up in the Kashmir area where China's trying to occupy territory of India. That's why India dug holes through the Himalayas so they can get their army there fast. Within 10 hours, they can get half their freaking army there. So, why all of a sudden is there a problem with Pakistan? Well, it's this thing called proxy wars. And the Chinese only have control over the terrorist organization in Pakistan. And they're giving them fucked up weapons saying you will attack India and try and escalate this because we can't attack India. India's knocked them off. America's done told Pakistan, hey, we're going to cut your weapons off if you go to war with them. What's up, JF Enterprise? So there's nothing going to happen. It's all a bunch of BS going on over there. If it escalates, Pakistan will no longer be a country. And India will still be there. And that's going to be the end game of that one. So why would Pakistan want that? I mean, it's an ant going after an ant hill. It's impossible. And I know everyone thinks, oh, but all you need is one nuke to go off. Yeah, it works both ways. And the one who's got the most advanced rockets, rocket engines, and nuclear devices is India. India is building 24 submarines. 3 of them are nuclear as we speak to kick China out of the Indian Sea, to keep India sovereign in the Indian Ocean to where they can control their own shipping and everything else. So they're already fighting China. China can't fight back, so they're getting Pakistan to do it for them. And they can't get Pakistan to do it for them, so they get the Pakistani terrorist organization to go murder tourists so that India has to respond. And then the terrorist group moves back into Kashmir, as Smarth said. Whoever, male, female, I don't know, Smarth says that Pakistan moved into India. No, they did not. They did not move into Kashmir. That was the Pakistani terrorist group that was attacked by India that moved into. See, the only difference is you have the same word, Pakistan, the government or terrorist organization, and everyone's thinking that the terrorist organization is the government. That's misleading and false information. Pakistan and India are not at war. The war is no war. It is a retaliatory action against a terrorist organization that about a month ago attacked and killed, murdered 34 tourists in Kashmir just because they could. And they were a Pakistani terrorist organization. That's what's going on in Pakistan. But anyhow, I just wanted to let you people know what was going on with Pakistan because I'm getting real sick of people saying there's a war going on over there. There is no war. If there's a war going on over there, as much so as there's a civil war going on in America. Okay? There's no war going on over there. Indians are attacking and taking out and killing murderers that came into Kashmir and murdered tourists to make a statement. So now they're making their statement. They're dying. And Pakistan's not going to back up the terrorists. Bottom line. Have a nice night. Quit talking's FUD. And anyone that you hear say, oh, India and Pakistan are going to war, you tell them they're idiots. And that they are promoting terrorist propaganda. And that makes them anti-American. Because they're actually supporting terrorist propaganda and spreading lies. Because the lie that they want to spread is that there is a bigger war than is. There is no war to begin with. It's a retaliatory action against a terrorist organization. Terrorist organization got pissed off and moved back into Kashmir, where they always have been. But apparently now, since it's made the news, it's a big deal. Because you haven't heard of it before. It's been going on for a while. But anyhow, I just wanted to straighten that out and keep this stream short. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and I will talk to you guys later.